A newly dominant male lion, eyes blazing, often commits an act that shocks and disturbs human observers deeply. Within hours of seizing control of a pride, these powerful predators systematically eliminate all existing young cubs. This brutal strategy, seemingly cruel, reveals a harsh, calculated logic woven into the fabric of the wild. It sparks fierce debates among scientists and conservationists about nature's perceived morality and necessary ruthlessness. Lion prides operate as complex social units, where a coalition of males defends territories and secures breeding rights. Female lions form the pride's stable core, cooperatively raising their offspring and efficiently hunting across vast plains. For many, the majestic lion symbolizes untamed power and family unity, an icon of the African wilderness's grandeur. Yet beneath this idealized image lies a reality challenging human notions of familial bonds and protective instincts. When a new male coalition successfully overthrows an established pride, the shift in power initiates a perilous period. The ousted males, often aging or weakened, lose their breeding privileges and their genetic legacy within the group. This violent transition is not merely a change in leadership, but a complete restructuring of the pride's future. Observers often struggle to reconcile the magnificent appearance of these animals with such seemingly horrific actions. Understanding this specific behavior requires looking beyond our emotional reactions into the deep currents of evolution. It forces us to confront the stark, often uncomfortable truths about survival mechanisms in competitive natural environments. The perceived savagery of infanticide challenges our romanticized views of nature's inherent balance and benevolent order. This controversial act reveals the unforgiving calculus of genetic propagation, dictating life and death in the savannah. When new male lions take over a pride, their primary objective becomes propagating their own distinct genetic material. The resident females, still nursing cubs from the previous males, remain unreceptive to mating, delaying new pregnancies. Biologists explain that lactating females do not cycle into estrus, meaning they cannot conceive for an extended period. To accelerate their breeding opportunities, the invading males employ a brutal, yet evolutionarily efficient tactic. They systematically seek out and kill all the young cubs sired by the ousted male coalition, a grim necessity. This shocking act immediately stops the female's lactation, triggering their return to fertility much sooner than otherwise. The females then quickly become receptive to mating, allowing the new males to father their own offspring promptly. Imagine a biological clock being reset by force, ensuring the new bloodline can begin its journey without delay. This ensures the new males maximize their limited time as pride leaders, as their reign might only last a few years. But that's not the strangest part of this grim, natural phenomenon unfolding on the African plains. Female lions, despite their powerful build, are often unable to defend their cubs against a determined male coalition. Some females attempt to hide their young, leading them away from the pride in desperate, perilous attempts at evasion. Other females will fiercely fight, risking severe injury or even death in a valiant, but often futile effort to protect. Researchers have documented instances where an entire coalition of females combines forces to repel an attacking male. Yet the overwhelming strength and coordinated aggression of multiple new males typically proves too formidable for mothers. Wait until you hear what complex strategies females deploy when faced with such an existential threat to their lineage. Sometimes, a female will even feign estrus, attempting to mate with the invading males to confuse their aggressive intent. This deceptive behavior aims to convince the males that she is already carrying their future offspring, thereby sparing her cubs. However, this desperate gambit rarely succeeds, as the males are driven by an instinct to eliminate rival genetics. Ethologists note that the male's selective targeting of young, vulnerable cubs highlights the precision of this evolutionary drive. They do not attack adult females or older subadults, focusing solely on offspring that represent another male's legacy. The speed at which infanticide occurs is often breathtaking, demonstrating the male's urgent biological imperative. And then something unexpected happened in some documented cases, revealing another layer of complexity. Occasionally, a female might form a bond with one of the new males, hoping to gain protection for her remaining offspring. This complex social manipulation underscores the constant, high-stakes negotiations for survival within lion society. The brutal efficiency of infanticide ensures the rapid turnover of genetic dominance, shaping lion populations profoundly. It is a stark reminder that nature's logic often prioritizes species survival over individual lives or emotional attachments. This mechanism, though shocking, is not unique to lions, appearing in various forms across many mammalian species. It highlights the pervasive, often ruthless competition for reproductive success, driving much of wild animal behavior. The interplay of aggression, defense, and cunning strategies creates a dynamic, often violent, saga within each pride. Every takeover represents a perilous new chapter, with the fate of existing young hanging precariously in the balance. This brutal act profoundly affects pride's stability, often leading to a temporary period of heightened tension and chaos. The loss of an entire generation of cubs leaves the pride vulnerable for a time, reducing its overall numbers significantly. However, in the long term, infanticide ensures the genetic fitness of the pride, promoting stronger, more resilient offspring. It guarantees that the dominant males pass on their genes, strengthening the lineage they represent within the population. For conservationists, this behavior presents ethical dilemmas regarding potential human intervention in natural processes. Should humans interfere to save cubs, or allow nature's harsh, adaptive mechanisms to unfold without interruption? Experts generally agree that intervention could disrupt natural selection, potentially weakening the overall lion gene pool. This complex situation challenges our anthropocentric views, forcing us to reconsider what constitutes good or bad in nature. The perceived cruelty of infanticide clashes directly with human empathy, creating a deep emotional and intellectual conflict. Yet, biologists argue that these seemingly brutal acts are essential for maintaining population health and genetic diversity. The intense competition for reproductive success drives these behaviors, ensuring only the most robust genes endure. This mechanism shapes the demographic structure of lion populations, influencing their future resilience against challenges. It also highlights the precarious existence of young animals, constantly vulnerable to shifts in environmental or social dynamics. Understanding this phenomenon helps us appreciate the intricate, often unforgiving, logic governing the wild's delicate balance. It provides crucial insights into the evolutionary pressures that mold species' behaviors across countless generations. The impact extends beyond individual prides, affecting the genetic makeup and long-term viability of entire regional populations. Infanticide among lions is not an act of malice, but a deeply ingrained, calculated evolutionary strategy for survival. It brutally ensures the propagation of dominant genes, starkly demonstrating nature's relentless, pragmatic efficiency. These controversial moments from the wild compel us to look beyond simplistic judgments, embracing nature's full, complex reality. The world's wild places are filled with such profound, often uncomfortable, truths awaiting curious minds to uncover them. Deepening our understanding of these fierce, stunning moments enriches our appreciation for life's incredible diversity. If you found this glimpse into nature's controversial truths fascinating, subscribe for more incredible stories like this. And please share your thoughts or questions in the comments below, joining our journey of discovery together.